There are loads of Minecraft 1.19 survival seed videos out there on YouTube telling you about amazing biome mixes, fantastic spawns with mangrove swamps and ancient cities nearby. I've even done a few of them myself. However, seeds where all the biomes are really close so you don't have to travel too far from spawn to create a fantastic world, well, they're a little more rare. Here are 3 truly amazing seeds that have everything really close to spawn. A good start in a Minecraft survival world is so important. The more things you've got nearby, the easier it is to make a start. And I don't just mean things like cows, I mean your location and what you've got around you. That's down to how good your seed is, and these 3 I'm going to show you now are brilliant. So let's crack on with it. Playing on a specific seed is easy. Hit the single player button and then create new world. Up in here, you're going to put in your world name. That looks like a pretty good name. Then hit more world options, and in this box, you're going to put the seed numbers that I'm going to give you. They are down in the description below. Just cut and paste them in here and click done. Then create new world and wait for it to generate. And I've called this first seed Island Living. Starting out on an island in the ocean might not be what some people want, but trust me, this seed is brilliant. Island survival is quite a popular Minecraft mode. On this one you've got trees, you've got grass to get seeds, you've even got a pumpkin. And because it's relatively small, it's not going to take a lot of light to spawn proof this entire area. But that's not why it's good. Oh no. Directly under your island you have got a monster of a mineshaft with a skelly spawner right underneath you. And 2 cave spider spawners right by it. You might even be able to get a triple spawner farm. And the cave system is absolutely brilliant to go caving and get lots of resources. And if you prefer branch mining, you have got a huge open space here where you can branch all day long. Just off the coast of your island, you've got an ocean monument. Did I say ocean monument? Obviously, I meant 2 ocean monuments. Wait, I can't count. Actually, it's 3. Just to the south of your spawn island, you've got this little mushroom island biome surrounded by coral reef. And just up from the mushroom island, you've got this gorgeous mesa, where you can get all the terracotta you'd ever need, or all the gold ore that's hidden underneath it. And speaking of underneath it, we've got this stunning lush cave. And that definitely looks like a geode to me. And off the other direction from that mushroom island, we've got this little desert village. Now it might be little, but it has got a blacksmith. So come and steal from the poor man. Heading out east from that mushroom island, we find ourselves facing a jungle, but not just a jungle, a bamboo jungle, right next to a dark oak forest. I love pandas. This jungle temple is hiding behind that bamboo right off the coast. And tucked behind the jungle, just out of sight, we've got a massive mangrove swamp. Hiding behind the dark oak forest, we've got this birch forest so you can make it into sticks and other wooden things that don't look like birch. We've got a big old swamp and a much larger village with loads and loads of hay bales that you can steal for wheat, because obviously you put them there in the first place, didn't you? Yeah, of course you did. You know you did. Just near that village, we've got this little hidden pillager tower on an island all of its own, where there are 2 cages of allies that are just waiting for you to save them from this horrible bloke. The ocean around your island carries on in a circle, and if we follow it around, we'll find ourselves right next to this frozen ocean with some huge icebergs that you can come and get your ice from. And there is this big old sunken ship that doesn't look too sunk to me. And the frozen ocean turns into a frozen tiger, and then a giant tiger. Everything's here, with more sunken shipwrecks for you to come and get your treasures. There's even an ice spike biome waiting for you. The coast gives us more tiger forest, and then it turns into this absolutely gorgeous mountain. And frankly, I mean, this is a really nice one. I love the look of this. The shape of it's beautiful. We've got a huge cauldron that you could make a base in, or just something really pretty. And it's not the only mountain that you can come and have a play with either. There's loads of them. Carrying on around the coast, we've got a meadow to the right hand side, a plains a little further over to the right, lots and lots of wood, and yet another bamboo jungle. And that plains we saw stretches up to a mountain meadow with another village on top of it, with the tallest Icy Peaks mountain range I've seen in ages. Just off the coast of that second jungle, we've got another ocean monument, and right next to it, the teeniest, tiniest little mushroom biome you have ever seen. This huge savanna with a broken portal right in the middle of it finish off the circuit of this round ocean with our island right in the middle of it. And only 1,000 or so blocks southwest, you'll find the ancient city. So really, the only thing you need to be able to get everywhere on this island is a boat. Now there's nothing that I can't do. Your nether spawn's pretty good too, because you land right in this junction between a nether waste, a soul sand valley, and a crimson forest, with a basalt delta right next door, with a warped forest and a fortress only 300 blocks away, and a hidden bastion remnant about 700 blocks away. I told you it was a good one, but wait till you see the next one. With Seed 2, you spawn in on the edge of this forest, right on an open bay area, with a beautiful coast, which is why we're calling this seed Baywatch. And the seed really is gorgeous. These high cliffs covered with forest, with that forest continuing down the bay until we reach some birchwood, which turns into dark oak, and then behind that, the giant tiger. And just opposite those cliffs, you could swim it very easily. We've got our Mushroom Island. It's the perfect size for Mushroom Island living, and it is flanked by not one, but 2 ocean monuments. Fancy some prismarine? And just the other side of that Mushroom Island, literally just next to it, we've got some additional forest that turns into a jungle with a savanna right on the side of it, with a beautiful jungle bay and a mangrove swamp, complete with frogs. And it's not a small mangrove swamp either. It is absolutely massive, and it's got a mud mountain right on the edge of it that turns into another savanna. Back at the spawn point, we've got another jungle just coming into view at the back of those cliffs with a snowy tiger biome, so you'll be able to find yourself some white foxes as well as some red ones. And right at the edge, you'll find a little jungle village in the plains with a blacksmith at the foot of a mountain that hides a dripstone cave that will lead you down deep into the earth, saving you all kinds of mining to be able to get to the minus levels. Follow the winding river due south from spawn and you'll find yourself another little village at the foot of some icy peaks, a lonely mountain with a pillager tower right at its base, with more allays to save. To the west, the jungle winds past it, and you've got this open, really craggy plains area that could be worth building in. I like the shape of that landmass, and actually you could make something really interesting in that. It's right at the foot of this huge cave that yet again hides even more dripstone, with a broken portal right at the top in the hills. And behind that broken portal, we've got our mesa. But just before the mesa, a little savanna village sits right in the bottom of this valley with yet another broken portal. But these badlands are the star of the show. Eroded badlands all over the place, not just one dot of them, but no fewer than 3 sets of eroded badlands with a valley river at the bottom of it winding right down the middle. And this thing is huge, like really huge. But if you get fed up of all the red sand, we've got yellow sand here with this desert biome right on the edge of the warm ocean with a coral reef waiting for you. About 1,500 blocks away, you're going to find this shipwreck, sandwiched between a huge swamp and a load of icebergs. But why is that interesting? Because if you go right below it, you're going to find your way into the stronghold waiting for you under the ground, with the eye of the stronghold not very far away at all, next to a library. You will need all 12 Eyes of Ender for this portal, but once you've got them, you can come and slay the dragon. And under the ground at spawn isn't too shabby either. We have got multiple geodes, a long twisting mineshaft, huge cathedral caves, spawner dungeons, gorgeous lush cave biomes, and less than 250 blocks from spawn, you have got a deep dark biome. And it is a fairly decent sized one. It's not just that chunk, it kind of follows all the way round in the background there as well. And you'll notice this huge chunk here that you'll be able to do lots and lots of branch mining because there's absolutely no caves. Lots of diamonds and ores waiting for you. And speaking of deep dark, the ancient city is only 1,000 blocks away, right underneath a mineshaft in the mesa. Your nether spawn is a tricky one. However, if you create your portal right at spawn in the overworld and go straight up, you have got a route right to the nether roof. You can build farms up there that are going to give you loads of resources, or you can build a transport system that brings you from one place in the nether to another. You've got a nether fortress 200 blocks away inside this basalt delta. You might have to dig for it, but it's there, and it is quite a big one. Look, it just goes on for ages. Although if you find the bit just by the Crimson Forest, there's quite a lot sticking out where you can find everything you need, including your nether wart. And the other side of that Crimson Forest, you have got a bastion remnant that is completely open and accessible. You can mine in any direction. It's a really nice one. None of it's fallen apart. The gold is available, the lava is available, and I reckon you can come and loot this one really easy. I reckon this is a fabulous seed with something for everybody, whether you just want to build at spawn with all this wood, these lovely mountains, the villages close by, the Mushroom Island out there, plus those 2 ocean monuments with the deep dark really close underneath you. Or maybe if you want to walk out, maybe just 1,000 blocks to get some amazing plains, even more mountains, even more stuff. In fact, this thing's got everything, it's brilliant. And I called it Baywatch, but it's not all about the bay. Want one more? maybe I've saved the best to last. Seed 3 spawns you at the opening of this huge cave. So if you wanted to get down really quick, you certainly could. But if caving is not your thing, you are surrounded by mountains, by taiga, by forest, by plains. You've got a broken portal right at spawn and a mansion maybe 100 blocks away, right in the middle of this massive dark oak forest. So we're calling this one Mansion House. But not everybody loves a mansion, so there better be loads of other stuff about this seed we like, and I'm telling you now, there really is. Head north past that mansion, through a few more trees, and you're going to find a beautiful snow-peaked mountain, with quite possibly the roundest cave opening I've ever seen. I mean, seriously, it's like an almost perfect oval. Enderman not necessarily included. At the base of the mountain to the west, you've got a tiny little village. And there's some beautiful meadow terrain. This high meadow on the left hand side, again with quite a large round cave. We've also got this gorgeous water feature with a plains biome just the other side. And those of you looking can see that we've got a jungle biome coming into our shot. And it's a bamboo jungle too, with another dark oak forest right next to it and a gorgeous Icy Peaks mountain right behind it. Just south of that mansion in the opposite direction, we've got this huge birch forest that you can make lots and lots of chests and workstations and sticks out of. I'm not sure you do anything else with birch, you'll have to let me know in the comments. But if you go out beyond that birch forest and you can stop yourself collecting all of those potential chests, you've got a lovely plains area with lots of dips and hollows. It's not too flat, so you can terraform it or keep it the way it is and make it beautiful. But you've got Icy Peak mountains here as well, some really lovely ones. You can get the packed ice there, or you can just use these crags as your home. Just be really careful of that powdered snow. Can you see me shivering? That's hilarious. Just along from the mountain down a winding river, you've got this giant taiga biome for all the spruce you could possibly ever want. A couple of thousand blocks northwest, just past the bamboo jungle, we have got this desert mesa combo with a double tower desert village, a big old coral reef, and a desert temple to come and raid. And only about 1,200 blocks from spawn, you've got this beautiful mangrove swamp where you've got lots and lots of water, so you can actually navigate through it with a boat really easily. And it's a good sized mangrove swamp too. It covers a lot of blocks, all the mud you could ever want, all the mangrove wood you could ever want, probably all the frogs you could ever want. And if you can find this incredible mountain range about 1,000 blocks due west from spawn, with a little village at the end of the valley right at its base, well, then it's time for a little bit of endgame. Because if you come to the opposite end of the valley from the village and dig straight down, you are going to find a stronghold with a portal room that's already got some eyes. In fact, it's got 3. And right next to it, you have got the ancient city. I mean, literally right next to it. But that's not the closest ancient city to spawn, because if you go 400 blocks west of it, you find another one. And it is a real biggie too. Your nether spawn is right in the middle of the nether waste, and you are surrounded by lava, so do be careful. But you're not actually in lava if you do it right where you spawn, but you're right next to a crimson forest. And you've got a massive soul sand valley really close by. The nearest fortress is only 300 blocks away, right across a lava lake. But there's plenty of it showing on land, so you can get to it pretty easily. And about 600 blocks due north of spawn, you'll find the warp forest with a bastion remnant protecting it on the edge of another lava lake. I really love this seed. Under the ground is gorgeous, over the ground is gorgeous. Everything you need is really close by, and the nether is pretty good too. Let me know in the comments below which of these 3 seeds you think you would want to build your Minecraft survival world on. With over 18 quintillion different seeds in Minecraft, that's an 18 followed by 18 zeros. It is really hard to find your perfect seed, so I hope this video has helped you find yours. And I'll look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.